hello, here I am at Urban Future Conference 2024, sitting on our very first pilot Good Place bench. And I'm super excited to be here today with conducting these interviews and hearing more about the citizens of Urban Future Conference and what brings them here. So could you maybe introduce yourself and tell me what brought you here to Urban Future Conference?
Well, hello, I am Carola Vega. I am a Peruvian citizen living in Barcelona, but I actually lived in the Netherlands before, so it's nice to be back in this country. I work at an Australian university in Barcelona, and we work with different stakeholders and urban projects, so I'm here at Urban Futures to basically meet and get inspired by projects, ideas, provocations that people are implementing in different parts of the world.
Super cool. So you mentioned you live in Barcelona now. Can you tell me what makes Barcelona a good place?
Well, Barcelona, if you haven't been, it's a beautiful city between the Mediterranean Sea and beautiful mountains, nature. So from a natural perspective, it's a gorgeous place. But also it has a lot of local culture and a very proud population, which I think adds a lot of value. There's a lot of tradition in different neighborhoods. Throughout the year, you're exposed to so many festivals that connect even from like a grandmother to like a small child. So you feel this like intergenerational, let's say, like sense of belonging, which is really nice. And it's also a very dynamic city. Of course, it has its problems, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a very dynamic city. And for urban planners, urbanists, people that love cities, there's also a lot of research and projects being implemented and going on.
Can you maybe share if there's a project that's inspiring for you in Barcelona?
Yeah, well, there's an initiative by the city, but it's being done with different schools. It has also been done in smaller cities in Catalonia that is called the BC Bus, and I see it on my way to work sometimes. It's basically they meet up in like a public space. Small children with their parents. Sometimes there's usually like a couple of teachers, and they bike to school. So it's like a little bus of children that are cycling. So you see them around, and for me, that I grew up in a city in Lima where you don't have this culture of cycling. It's quite dangerous, and children are kind of sheltered. It's nice to see, children kind of owning the space and moving freely to school, which is something very basic. And in the Netherlands, you will see them very normal, but in other cities, you're afraid because there's cars and whatnot. So it's kind of empowering to see these little kids riding around the city.
Yeah, from the talk earlier this morning, the beginning of the day, I was hearing from one of the mayors that children are really shaping and becoming the change makers that are making cities more livable and more accessible for children, but also, if you think about it, for seniors as well.
Definitely.
So, great. Well, thank you so much for joining me on our bench, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.